Dear students, now we are here with our new session, History. We were learning chapter number 3. So, students, please take chapter number 3. Okay, the Delhi Sultanate. Last session we have discussed Turkish conquest of North India. Then Muhammad Ghori's invasions, and these all the topic we have completed. Then Muhammad Ghori's invasion. Now establishment of the Delhi Sultanate. Today we are going to discuss the establishment of a Delhi Sultanate. Between 1194 and 1206, Qutbuddin Aybak and other Turkish generals conquered Ganga Yamuna Doab, Aligarh, Kalinchar, Bihar and Bengal. Okay, these some of the Turkish generals. They have conquered some part of India, that is the Ganga Yamuna Doab, Aligarh, Kalinchar, Bihar, Bengal, and these areas they conquered. After Muhammad Ghori's death, what had happened in 1206? Who have attacked here? It was Muhammad Ghori, and he have captured some part of India. That much you understand. In 1206, Qutbuddin proclaimed himself Sultan the Turkish territories of India. Before going back of Muhammad Ghori, what he did, he appointed Qutbuddin Aybak as a governor of his territory in India. Okay, but after the death, up to the death of Muhammad Ghori, he was a very sincere servant. Okay, first thing you have to understand, he was a slave of Muhammad Ghori, and after the death of him, he announced himself as a Sultan of Turkish territories of India. He made Delhi his capital and thus founded the Delhi Sultanate. He assumed the title, what is that? Sultan. And so afterwards this dynasty come to know like a Sultanate dynasty. And now let us see between 1206 and 1526, the Delhi Sultanate had 5 dynasties. So they lasted near about 300 years who ruled the Sultanate dynasty. In between near about 5 dynasties they have like what it is, Slave, Khalji, Tughlaq, and these are the main, and the next 2 Said and Lodi dynasties of Afghan origin, and these all were Afghan, and the first 3 was Turkish origin and second 2 was Afghan origin. And first let us Delhi, the capital. Dilika, Delhi's first name was Dilika, was possibly built by the Tomras around the year of 736. Vislaudio, the Chauhan ruler of 12th century, captured the city from the Tomras. Under the Tomras, the Chauhans, Delhi grew into very important administrative center. So in North India, because of Delhi's strategic location, most of the sultans established Delhi as their capital city. So here also we know Qutbuddin Aybak has made his capital as Delhi. Hmm? And later we will come to know that next Mughal rulers and all what they are doing, they are leaving the Delhi and going to Agra as their capital, that and all we will see it later. And now what we are seeing, this slave dynasty, Qutbuddin Aibak made Delhi as his capital because of its strategic location. Hmm. Now, slave or Mamluk dynasty. Slave or a Mamluk dynasty. Qutbuddin, his time period you see, what about his time period? 1206 to 1290. That was a slave or a Mamluk dynasty's time period. Then Qutbuddin Aibak was originally Muhammad Ghori's slave. Hence, the dynasty established by him is known as slave or Mamluk dynasty. Mamluk means what is it? A slave or a son of a slave. That is what. Now, let us see. He became the king when. Now, let us go back for some time. It was 1194. Okay, 1194 only Qutbuddin Aibak and other Turkish generals conquered part of India. And from that time onwards, up to 1206, he was the governor of this area. And then what had happened? 1206, who Muhammad Ghori died. So, his up to 1206 he was a mere what it is a general or a governor, and afterwards only his time period begin. Hence, the dynasty established him is known as a slave dynasty. Why? Because he was a slave of Muhammad Ghori. Now, Qutbuddin Aibak, his time period is 1206 to 1210. Before, up to 206, he was mere a governor. Qutbuddin was a generous ruler and great builder. That is the main thing. He was a very generous and able ruler, and he was a good builder too. He built India's oldest mosque. Who made India's oldest mosque? That was built by Qutbuddin Aibak in the Huatul Islam mosque in Delhi. That is what India's oldest mosque. He also built the mosque Arhai Dinka Juanpura at Ajmer and began the construction of Qutub Minar in Delhi. Here, that we have to note it. He began the construction only, not completed. He began the construction of the Qutub Minar in Delhi, and he died after began the construction. He died. It was in 1210. Okay. Now let us next person, that is Iltutmish. His time period is 1211 to 1036. Qutbuddin Aibak's son-in-law Iltutmish ascended the throne in 1011. When it was 1211, his son-in-law, he died. It was in 1210, and he ascended the throne. It was 1211. Iltutmish stabilized the Delhi Sultanate. He either crushed his rivals or won them over with land grants. He didn't crush his enemy. That is what the main thing. But he won them. How? He granted some of the land, and he also suppressed rebellions. Rebels he left, but rebellions he suppressed. In 1221, Iltutmish refused shelter to the ruler of Iran, who had been ousted by the Mongol chief Genghis Khan. That was the main incident. He refused shelter to whom? Ruler of Iran, and This wise move saved India from a Mongol attack. He was the enemy of a Mongol chief who Iran king. So, this wise action saved the India from Mongolian attack. And now, dear students, we will continue this lesson in next session. So, thank you. Have a nice